Well, hello everybody. Updating you on the weather situation here this afternoon. We do have a line of thunderstorms moving into central and southern Minnesota. It's been going for much of the middle part of the day to the north. There are no warnings at the moment, but part of the line is getting away from the rest. Everything has been moving pretty much straight west to east, but what often happens is we start to see some of these thunderstorms bow out a little bit, and that is what we're seeing where this line you can see moving towards the north metro is moving out south and east of the main line, which is kind of moving more generally west to east. So that's what we've been seeing out there. So it's not severe. There are no warnings again, but 30 to 40 mile an hour wind gusts coming out of that right now, and it's pushing that southern part of the line south. So that's what we're seeing, and that line will make its way into the metro, maybe into Minneapolis here by 4:35 o'clock. If you're in the northern suburbs, you're already being grazed by these, and all of us pretty much in the metro. If you look to the north right now, you can see those thunderstorms off across central Minnesota just to our north. On satellite, looking pretty impressive. It's just clouding up here, of course, over the last hour as those high clouds are being pushed out ahead of those thunderstorms coming in from the north. So a high plume of cirrus clouds pushing ahead. If you're in the southeast metro, still nice and sunny and hot right now, though. So here's the setup. What we're looking at right now is mostly the severe potential still looks to be to the south, and there's a few reasons for that. We're kind of on the edge of, if you saw my late morning update, of what we call this downdraft cape, which basically measures the potential for high winds, and the Twin Cities is on the northern edge of that. So we could have some high wind gusts, but another thing we look at is hail, and the best potential for severe hail is also to the south of us right now, where you see those blues. That's a potential for over 2-inch size hail. So places like Owatonna, Faribault, Rochester, Mankato, you guys have that higher hail threat and also the higher wind threat. So when we look at the supercell composite, again, another measure of looking at how organized storms can get. Everything, the higher numbers are off to the south. And once again, just another measure of severe weather. Those parameters are mostly the south. So basically where you see these purple and reddish areas, south and southeast of the metro, that's where the atmosphere is primed for severe weather. Doesn't mean we're not going to get thunderstorms here in the metro, but the potential for those storms being severe is diminishing here primarily, and the cloud cover is certainly helping that out as well. We're not adding any more energy to the system, but there is plenty of dynamics in the atmosphere to still create the potential for some high wind gusts and hail. So it's not out of the question in the metro, just that the highest risk of seeing some severe storms is further to the south. And again, we do not have any warnings right now, but there will be a lot of lightning and thunder and some of that. And it may just break up a bit too. That's kind of what the short-term models are showing. If we put that on here, you see that line sort of break apart. Many will say, well, this is what always seems to happen in my backyard. Thunderstorms break apart. There could be some redevelopment. Again, it's a dynamic situation. Any thunderstorm that falls apart can easily help regenerate other storms because it acts like a mini cool front as it collapses and pushes air back upwards. So we're still going to get some thunderstorms in the evening, but this initial line may kind of fall apart a little bit. You can see that kind of happening here potentially. And again, the highest wind threat with the short-term models also lining up with where we're seeing things to the south, where all those dynamics are. The green here, those are, again, not severe wind gusts, but 30, 40 mile an hour gusts. And what we're looking for are some of those yellow and brighter areas. This is by 7 o'clock, and that's happening further south along the Minnesota-Iowa border, maybe, again, to the south, in southeastern Minnesota, Owatonna, Rochester, some of those areas. So again, nothing severe right now. We'll just double check that, make sure there are no current warnings out, and there are not. All the warnings are in other states at the moment, but we do have that line of thunderstorms trying to make its way in, again, potentially within an hour here in the heart of the metro, the heart of the 494, 694 loop, but a lot of this is moving south and east. But again, we could see more thunderstorms regenerate, but we'll keep you updated.